드릴게요. 시켜주세요.
Look. It's got cherry blossoms on it.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
So Suni means the woman here. It's like a nickname. It's fully called 공순이.
This line of women here, like it reminds me of seeing the modern day women just hunched over like that, but they're studying.
Can't do the Asian squat.
No, I can't. I've got one foot. One foot is down. One foot is down. I can't get this foot down. Okay, I give up now. New kids on the block. Oh my god. It was a pedal-powered sewing machine.
This is the real dormitory. Kitchen, your impression of the kitchen?
My impression of the kitchen is that I didn't know it was a kitchen when I first saw it, because looks like some pans in a cupboard. It feels almost like it's not just the products in the factory that are being sort of manufactured, it's the workers in the factory too. They're living like their most, how do I say this, like it's like they've been compartmentalized. They've been sort of made to live using the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know, they're not being wasteful with how they're treating their workers.
There are 5 shoes here.
I'm really hoping 5 people didn't live in this box. What is this tiny hole? It's just a pan.
For the rice.
Oh.
They really wanted to learn, but they couldn't reach proper education. During the industrialization of Korea, like the people from the countryside started to come to the city. But the only thing they could work for was this kind of place, the factories, and living in this kind of small place. But then the wage was really low, so they had to work 12 hours a day. And coming back to home, which is here, but drinking mixed coffee to not sleep, but review and keep studying. With their peers, they're living like 4 or 5 people in this small room together, which is the place called Beehive. Obviously, I see why this is called Beehive after checking on the basement. The next morning, they will go to the factory maybe again.
I couldn't do that. I'm almost 100% certain I wouldn't have been able to do it. That's incredible.
The only reason why they were keep doing this was because they had dream to get out of here.
We've had our own industrial revolution, but that was like what? Like 100 years ago, 150 years ago? It just kind of feels distant. But here, it's so recent.
You know what I kind of hated when my mom used to say, like, go to fucking factory if you don't want to go to school. Now I kind of get the meaning. The schooling was such a luxury for them.
They probably would have been the same kind of women that you could see at Sungkyunkwan University today if they were born in a different time.
Imagine the fact that in these days, like almost 80% of the population go to college in Korea.
Is it 80%?
Yeah, almost.
Wow.
after experiencing all of that, how do you see the massive difference between the two generations in Korea?
Because of the massive change pushed from Korean society just in the last, 50 years, you can see how that sort of intergenerational divide would come about. Because you have on the one hand generation, desperately trying to work to survive and just to get an education as their only sort of way out of a horrible kind of standard of life. And then we have the other generation where, like you said, 80% going to university. But I think really that it's not incompatible to be grateful to the generation that came before for everything they sacrificed to get us here. But we can also at the same time know that our perspective on life is different. And as society continues to change, people's perspective and what they hope for will always change. And so we can at the same time be thankful for what our older generations did for us, while at the same time still pursuing stuff that we consider to have worth to our own lives. I think that's maybe a good compromise of these generational conflicts,
Yeah. Thank you.
That's all right.
It was great. Now you're back to your daily life.
Are you filming this?
Yeah. Well, Mandy, you have to check it out.
Okay, what is it?
So, they wanted to meet up with their old peers who used to live here together.
No way.
It's like alumni.
Beehive
alumni.
Beehive alumni.
Is it weird if I find this pretty cool?
No, not at all.